Alain de Botton, How to Think More About Sex, School of Life. Sex has long been considered a taboo topic, and even as society evolves, it continues to be laden with shame and discomfort. Alain de Botton's book, How to Think More About Sex, School of Life, takes us on a journey to explore why sex remains an awkward topic and how deepening our understanding of attraction, desire, and intimacy can ultimately improve our relationships. The book not only reveals the inadequacy of solely focusing on the biological aspects of sexuality, but it also delves into our psychological development, fetishes, and the delicate balance between love and sex.
Understanding the complexity of human sexual desire. The biological account of sex only explains so much. Human psychological development influences the complexities of sexual desire and pleasure, and we find attraction in intelligence, strength, and beauty. Although sex was once accepted as a natural function, sex-related feelings of shame and guilt still exist today. Sex remains a sensitive topic, and people's tastes diverge from the norm. Therefore, to understand why sex can make us feel awkward, we need to take a closer look at our psychological development. The estrangement process. The process of growing up involves estrangement from our bodies and others. Self-control and conventional decorum restrict intimacy, and sexual desires are often in conflict with societal expectations. We seek sex as a way out of isolation. The power of sexual self-acceptance. Sex helps us embrace our true selves and build trust with our partners. Through accepting our shameful, private selves, we can reconcile with our public persona. As we explore each other's bodies, we develop a sense of welcoming acceptance, which leads to trust. By embracing our true sexual selves, we no longer have to hide, and we gain approval, leading to greater pleasure. The psychology of physical attraction. Physical attraction goes beyond biological determinants and is connected to deeper psychological factors. We tend to find attractive what we ourselves lack, such as personality traits or virtues. Scarlett Johansson and Natalie Portman's different looks suggest different qualities that may appeal to individuals based on their life experiences. Understanding the psychology of attraction can help us avoid superficial judgments. Decoding fetishes. Our fetishes are symbols of our unconscious desires that can help us feel comfortable with our sexual inclinations. When we hear the word fetish, we might imagine extreme objects like leather, masks, or chains. However, fetishes can also be milder. We all have fetishes of some kind that stimulate our sexual desires. Understanding our fetishes can help us decode our unconscious desires and alleviate any feelings of sexual deviancy. Our individual fetishes can be traced back to our childhood experiences, both good and bad. It is just like the story of a couple who gets turned on by a pair of plain black loafers and a wristwatch. These fetishes are symbols of deeper qualities that trigger our imaginations and our desires. If we can track our fetishes back to their sources, we can become comfortable with our desires. For instance, the man's fetish for plain black loafers is a symbol of the love he desired from his mother but never received. On the other hand, the woman's fetish for her partner's wristwatch is a symbol of her love for her father, who died when she was a teenager. Therefore, these seemingly insignificant trivialities are actually significant as they lead us towards higher intangible qualities that make us love other humans. The visual quality of fetishes is not just about what we see, it is about the underlying qualities that we perceive subconsciously. Even simple objects like shoes and watches are not just capable of triggering our sexual desires but also lead us towards higher qualities that make us fall in love. In conclusion, identifying our fetishes and decoding them can help us feel comfortable with our sexual inclinations. Fetishes are not just for the sexually deviant, but for everyone who wants to explore and understand their unconscious desires. The equally prohibiting desires of love and sex. The desire for love and the desire for sex are equally valid, and pretending to feel differently leads to dishonesty and suffering. Both desires come with their own taboos, but being honest about what we want can alleviate guilt and prevent painful experiences of abandonment. By avoiding snap judgments and communicating openly, we can navigate these tricky and conflicting desires with more ease.
In conclusion, understanding and accepting our sexual desires, fetishes, and the psychological aspects surrounding them helps us comprehend our complex relationship with sex in a holistic manner. By acknowledging and making peace with the taboo nature of sexual desires and seeking honesty in both our intentions and understanding of attraction, we can improve our relationships with ourselves and others. Remember that both sex and love are equally valid and have their own place in our lives, and finding a balance is the key to a healthy relationship. Overall, the book provides valuable insights into the need to demystify sex, revealing a more accepting and open approach, ultimately leading to personal happiness and stronger relationships.